one of my new introductions at market, which is my trinket table. The table was inspired by a vintage handbag, and then I placed it on metallic square chains, which was quite a production feat. And here we have my wiggle chair. The wiggle chair is new this market in two solid cotton velvet fabrics. This is what we call Merlot. And here we have an example of my new marbleized box, which is so amazing. The inspiration was a papered marbled box that I had in my antiques collection, which I sold to a client and I never forgot about. And I was so sorry that it was gone. Now I'm able to recreate it. This is one of my favorite pieces in my Global Views collection. It's called the Time Travels. The clock arms were inspired by a vintage French clock, and I created an acrylic box attached to it where you can store your favorite treasures. This is one of our biggest sellers, the alabaster grapes. We've sold a vineyard or two. Moving on to some of my favorite glassware. These are called the dewdrops, and the way that they're made with the color and the inflection inside each glass brick is really pretty amazing. Here we have the largest introduction into the collection. It's called the I Love You Madly cabinet. It is just what you would expect. It's a Mad Men type bar that we've custom colored on the interior, and we've added all sorts of velvet lined drawers for more and easier and more beautiful storage. We have the vitrina. This is actually inspired by a vintage peanut dispenser in a general store. The top comes off and you can add any treasures. I've actually planted mine, which was the prototype, with orchids and moss, and it was absolutely beautiful as a terrarium. Who doesn't want a pair of vintage shoes in their living room? This is one of our best selling items. It's the Tide side table and cocktail table, vintage mid-century inspired, but instead of using ceramic on the top, we use cut glass, which really shows the reflective qualities of the piece.